All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call Allah, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the powers of Israel, aka the powers of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, if you look on the screen right here, this is a text message I got from a regular client of mine that I drive. I used to drive him on a regular a little ways back, and I stopped driving for a little bit, but I started driving him again. But anyway, so no, me and him, we used to always talk. Now, actually, for starters, I want to say that he's an Edomite, but I think he's Jacob and he is Sicilian on both parents. You know what I'm saying? So like I personally think he's a Jake. You know what I'm saying? But he has lived in the ways of Esau or like an Edomite. So like he has certain kind of Edomite ways and Edomite habits that he might acquire, being amongst Esau. But anyway, he's still, all in all, we be having conversation, because we be talking about, the war, current events, and all the stuff revolving around, you know what I'm saying? The shit that motherfuckers are supposed to be talking about. Now, he's a little older than me. I believe he was born in 1980. So he's like 40-something. And, no, excuse me. I think he was born in 82. Yeah, he's like born in 82. So he's like 4 years older than me, right? So anyway, so he sent me this morning. And, I guess this is a screenshot, and it said this in New Jersey there's been an issue with dryness. There's been very dry and low humidity, and it hasn't really been any rain. So basically they low-key said it was a drought. And so there have been some wildfires that's been happening. As you can see, it says fire weather watch. There have been wildfires in Jersey, and I think one was even on the border of New Jersey and New York, because I believe there's one in New York, Brooklyn. So he was talking about once the other day how he went to the dollar store around his crib, and that there was no water, like all the water was bought up, and it's going to show like the sign of the times, right? So this is what he sent me. So a fire weather watch, and all these are the counties in New Jersey, and it says from Saturday morning through Saturday afternoon. Through Saturday morning through Saturday afternoon, which is tomorrow, and it says winds northwest 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Now that's going to make even the wildfires, or whatever fires that were or do come about, is going to make it hard to contain. And it says relative humidity between 25 and 35%. But tomorrow, the temperature is supposed to get up to 61. And it says impact says any fire that develops will catch and spread quickly. Outdoor burning is not recommended. So as far as like grilling and things of that nature, but they're saying it's not good to do because it can start a fire and start a massive fire and spread it quickly. So yeah, so he sent me that, but look what he says in the text message. He says what? It's end times. And I couldn't agree more. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just go to show how the Lord is putting his spirit upon all flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because like now it's getting to the point where like everything that's happening now, as far as like, with the world and current events and all that, everybody, you have to talk about it, because now it's starting to get to the point where it's going to start affecting everyone's everyday life. All right, whether it be prices going up, they just started the congestion price and shit where you gotta pay to travel throughout Manhattan and some shit like that. The cost of shit is still going up, inflation is still going up. All this shit is just getting crazy, and it's all part of Esau's cruel wrath, the devil's cruel wrath, because if you have but a short time, and it's all coming from up top, from the elites. So like they're basically coming with that cruel wrath because they know they about to go down. You know what I'm saying? So like now basically just sticking it to the poor people. But I want to get one quick scripture. Oh shit, nah, it's 2. So this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 28, and it reads, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions." Now what it said, what it says, your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Now he sent me that saying, what, this is end times, because what? It's only going to get worse from here. And this is the spirit that's on everybody. Everybody talking about the last days. This is things spoken of in the Bible. They're not mentioning nothing else, because nothing else explains it. Everybody know that the Bible really is the truth. It's just that a lot people don't have the true understanding of it, so they ignore it. But you have people that have a little bit of understanding, a little bit of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right, this got to be this got to be that. Now, they might not have the full understanding, but they have understanding and know that the events taking place now were spoken of in the Bible way before now, like thousands of years ago, you know what I mean? You know, the prophets wrote of these things, spoke of these things that's happening now. Like the daughter of Babylon the Great is America. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom is the so-called white man that's ruler right now. It said, for Esau, the end of the world, Jacob's beginning of it that followeth. And it says, verse 29 in Joel chapter 2, it says, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. So what? He's pouring out his spirit upon all flesh. He said, what? I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. So now everybody's gonna have a little bit of understanding on what's going on. They're gonna have some kind of thought of like, damn, this is the end times. Even you got like, I remember a friend of mine, he talks about, you know, even though he's trying to be like a little funny, but he said, well, the world is about to end, right? Everybody keeps saying that. The world is about to end. The world is about to end. No, it's just this world is about to end. It's not the whole planet is going to end. This Esau's rule is going to end. Matter of fact. And Esau being a so-called white man, you look at his kingdom, whether it be America or abroad, it's all going down. So there's the book at 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 7, and it reads, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Right? So he said, what shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Right? So he's talking about this present world. Or a little bit of world to come. It says verse 8, and it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau. So what? He's going back in time, talking about Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Esau. Verse 9, it says, for Esau is the end of the world, and that's where we're living at right now, because when you go into Genesis, it talks about Jacob and Esau and the blessings they received and how they got the fatness of the earth and how they were both going to rule. But the only thing was, Esau's rule was going to be the first one, and then Jacob came afterwards. So before Esau ruled, you had all these other heathen ruling, but it said what? Esau the end of the world, which means what? Esau the end of the world before the world of Jacob, before the world of YAHAWASHI's kingdom, the first Adam. Okay? Before the Lord restores the kingdom unto Israel again. And that goes back into the days in the Garden of Eden in the latter days. That's what's about to happen. It's going to go back to the original estate. Actually, it's going to be better. Okay, but it said what? Before that was to happen, Esau was going to rule over the children of Israel and rule the earth. Okay? It says, for Esau the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And that's what we're waiting for now. That's what we're transitioning into. We're transitioning into Esau's world ending, his kingdom, his rule, him losing his reign on the earth, and then it come to who? Jacob afterwards. And how is Jacob going to receive it? Through YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. That's what's about to go down. That's what's about to go down, and no one can stop it. Remember, this is prophecy. Remember, what is prophecy? To say before. All these things were said before time, and now they're just playing out. And only the prophets were saying these things. We're talking of the prophecies. And now what is the Lord doing? Now the end is speaking. Now the prophecies are coming to pass. So now it's like, yo, people just like, yo, like, damn, now it's just live life. And now it's just this, now it's just that. Oh, now it's just we just need to protect our families. But yeah, that's it. So like, yeah. So you got cats out here, you know what I'm saying? What? Saying, he sent me this, and I even, we ain't even texting in a minute, but every now and again we'll text each other some shit, and he texted me that today, because I drove him yesterday, and we was talking about the water situation and the dryness, because actually when I was driving yesterday, the sky in the morning looked crazy as hell over in these parts in Jersey. But yeah, man, so yeah, the Lord's going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh. It's going down. All right, we're coming into the time of the end of Esau's kingdom, so it's only going to get worse from here for Esau and for the unbelieving of our people and the rest of these heathens, man. So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. Just want to do that real quick. I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KAKADASH. Double honors to the Apostle of Israel, a.k.a. the Apostle of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim.